One of the most impactful decisions that Governor Larry Hogan has made in the last 4 years in Annapolis has been the cancellation of the proposed red line. Now, the governor stands by that decision, but his opponent in the governor's race this year says it was a mistake, and he believes there may be a way to bring the red line back. WMAR2 News' Christian Schaefer has that story.
The light rail train, known as the Red Line, had been in the works for decades. There were meetings to talk about what it would look like, architectural renderings of the proposed stations, even signs along the proposed route. Red Line trains would have carried passengers from the Woodlawn area in Baltimore County all the way under downtown Baltimore to Bayview Hospital and back again, while connecting with Baltimore's other, now unconnected transit options. Instead, less than 6 months after Governor Hogan took office,
I can confirm today that the Red Line, as currently designed, is not going to be built.
He erased the Red Line. That was the same news conference that featured a map of the proposed transportation projects around the state without any trace of the state's largest city on it. Baltimore's mayor at the time got the message.
The map was about investments in transportation. And if they were interested in making investments in transportation in Baltimore, we would be on that map.
Instead of the Red Line, over the past 4 years, the state has spent billions on repairing and improving roads and bridges around the state, like Route 404 on the Eastern Shore and the Severn River Bridge in Anne Arundel County. There has been a major redesign of the MTA bus system, which carries passengers in and around Baltimore. The buses have new routes, a new name, Baltimore Link, and colors instead of numbers. The changes won an award from the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials for projects that cost between $25 and $200 million.
It's just a mess. They should have kept it how they had it at first. I don't like the new colors neither.
Apparently, the riders we spoke with were not among the voters for that award.
This system is not working. Half the bus drivers don't know and can't tell you where to go.
I used to take the 97 to go where I live. The 97 bus. That would take me where I go at downhill, Cold Spring. But now, I don't know what buses get to come up here.
Change can be difficult, and the governor says the Baltimore Link project remains a work in progress.
To improve it, they can, change it back. That's the only way they can probably better improve it.
It's just that the bus stops are farther, though. The bus stops are farther to walk to. That's about all.
Back in 2015, the Red Line was expected to cost nearly $3 billion. The governor now says $4 billion. However, $900 million of that had been earmarked to come from the federal government. That money, now rejected, is unlikely to be available again. In an interview last week, Governor Hogan said he has no regrets about his decision to cancel the project.
None whatsoever. It was the right decision. I promised that's what I was going to do when I ran for office. That's what people voted for. Everybody in the entire transportation department said that project made no sense whatsoever. If it made sense, the previous governor probably would have done it in the 8 years that he was here, but he did not, even though he was a former mayor of the city of Baltimore.
Hogan's Democratic challenger, Ben Jealous, says not only was the cancellation of the Red Line a mistake, but like those riders we spoke with,
these buses, red, blue, yellow, pink, whatever, I don't know what they is.
The new Baltimore Link system has made things worse.
There's a lot we can do, but it means that you have to really, quite frankly, believe in public transportation. One of the big differences between myself and the current governor is that he's much more in love with roads and highways. He typically has to be pushed into mass transit.
And he says just because Governor Hogan killed the Red Line, a new governor, he believes, may be able to bring it back to life.
Governor Hogan really set us back when he killed the Red Line. It took us 10 years to get to the start line. There was $900 million on the table. I believe we can get back to the start line. It may take changing who's the president of the United States. I'm totally in support of that, too.
The governor told me his administration is also looking into extending some of the current light rail lines that serve Baltimore City. He's also been working with the federal government to try and gain control of the BW Parkway with the goal of widening that highway between D.C. and Baltimore.